Do you ever feel like it would be a good idea to get away from all the distractions, head outside into nature and spend some time reflecting on the Bible? I'm Lee and welcome to Handwritten Faith. In this video I'll be sharing how I did just that. I grabbed a flask of coffee, my notebook and pens, grabbed my Bible and then headed down to a really nice spot for a couple of hours where I could just work through without the internet, without any other commentaries or books, and just really dive into the text. Okay, let's get started, and I was inspired to really break down and reflect on Psalm 23. I just took a couple of pens, my Pigma Micron 01 and my Mr. Pen highlighter. I brought along my journaling Bible. I love this Bible, it's such a beautiful book, and if you want to take a look at it in closer detail, I have done an unboxing video. And then I found a really nice spot by this stream, grabbed my flask of coffee, cup and saucer as well, and then I was good to go. Now, the first step in the process was to just say a prayer, asking just for some guidance so I could apply this psalm to my life today, and also give some thanks to this beautiful setting and just the opportunity to spend time reflecting. Then I wrote out the psalm in full, and you can see I've added some little notes here, A, B, C, D. I've just broken it up into different sections or sentences. And then I just read one of those sentences at a time and really thought about what it meant. And here I'm just writing anything down. I'm just getting as many ideas and thoughts as I can on paper. And I did this for each of the sections that I'd labelled until I'd gone through the entire Psalm 23. This is a really great exercise. There's no right or wrong way to do it. I'm not going to be teaching this, and so this is all a personal reflection. So how I feel and how I respond to the text at this time is exactly how I'm going to write about it on the paper. I'm making little statements, stringing some ideas together, also thinking about other areas of the Bible or things I've read previously that I can tie in with those different passages. By the end of this session, I'll condense these notes down so that they'll go in my journaling Bible. Not a lot of room here to write for Psalm 23, so I really want to boil it down and take all these longer notes that I've made and reduce them almost to bullet points. And then if I wanted to, when I look back over my Bible, or if I want to do this exercise again with Psalm 23, I can look at the bullet points, go back through my notebook in the expanded text as well. I like to read back over these notes though before I jump to the next stage, and here I'm just getting some other thoughts and ideas and just adding those to it. And by the time we've finished, we've got quite a lot written down here, a couple of pages of notes, and it's just amazing. It always amazes me how you can just take just one short sentence and just get so much out of it. It's incredible. Alright, now we're on to the next stage. So we've got all these long notes now, we've broken it down, but now I want to just take these long notes and condense each of them into the main takeaway that I get from each section of Psalm 23. So those labels that I've used earlier, I'm going to write them all down now in a nice line, A all the way through down to M, and then I'm going to start thinking about each section of notes I've written and just really start to think about what stands out to me the most, what is the key message in each part. And then once I've got that key message, I'll add it and try and just fit it into a sentence or into just a few bullet points. And I'm imagining how much room I'm going to have in my journaling Bible to add that, usually just a couple of lines. So this is going to be really boiled down and just get to the essence of how it makes me feel. I'll give you an example for the first line of Psalm 23. The Lord is my shepherd. So from the long notes, I've written quite a bit here, starting with the Lord watches over me. He's got my best interests at heart, cares for me, takes responsibility, guides me, lets me wander on the earth, but is always close by to protect and steer me to safer pastures. Watches for predators, gives protection. If I'm lost, he's going to come and find me. And then that makes me think of the parable that Jesus shared and was written about in Luke 15:4. And if I'm in trouble, the Lord will pull me out of it. Like a lost sheep, I can cry out for help and he'll come to my aid. So there we go, that's the long notes. And then I've condensed it into a single sentence that reads, the Lord watches over me, protects and guides me, and if I am lost, he will find me. And that's what I'm eventually going to write in the journaling Bible there. There we go. I mean, that's a couple of hours there of just really praying, reflecting, spending time just to think about what these words mean, rather than just going straight to a commentary book, watching a video, or going online and searching for it. I wanted to really just connect with the text and just reflect on how I felt at the time and what it made me think of. There's one final step to go through there, and that's to add those notes to the journaling Bible. I thought I'd bring this home so that I could video it and you can just see the full process rather than trying to do it on that bench where I had nowhere to put up the camera. So here we go. I've got all those notes now for each section, and I've condensed them into those single sentences. I'll try and get each point down into a couple of lines, and they're already numbered in the Bible here, so I'm going to go with a number and a letter system. This is just, you could do this however you like, whichever works for you. You could continue with the A through M that we did earlier, or you could use a number and a letter like I'm doing here. So for example, for the Lord is my shepherd, that's going to be number 1. I'll write the sentence for that, which is the Lord watches over me, he protects and guides me, and when I am lost, he will find me. So I'm going to add that in there for 1. And then for I shall not want, which is the second part, I'm now going to label that A. So I'm changing the labels up a little bit just so it fits and works well as I work through my journaling Bible. And for each section, I'm looking to do about 2 lines of text there. I don't get too held up on this little system of numbers and letters I've gone with. It's just something I thought would work for me at the time. You find whichever works best for you. And there we go. I've gone through all the different sections now of Psalm 23, and I've added those short notes that really get to the essence of the text. I thought it'd be nice to go through, just grab my Mr. Pen highlighter, and I'm just going to pick out some key words that stand out. So here, the Lord is my shepherd, I'm going to highlight that. And then I'm going to just think about all the things he's doing for me within this psalm. He maketh me to lie down, he leadeth me, he restoreth, he leadeth again. And these words, these key words throughout the text, are just emphasizing everything that the Lord is doing for us. So this is just a really nice little process, I think, to go through at the end. Don't have to do it, but for me, I just wanted to emphasize that. I'm not one for doing lots of highlighting. Some people do, they like to do all different colors and have a little system, but for me, I just like highlighting little words like this that I could almost look at that text as an overview and get a really good feel for what's going on. And that's the end of this fun process. So I definitely recommend giving this a go. If you want to get out, get away from those distractions, go out into nature for a couple of hours, just take your Bible, notebook, a couple of pens, and I think you're going to get a lot out of it. The best thing I've ever started is to read the Bible daily, and I've been doing it for about 6 months now, and it's really just changed everything about my life. I found recently though I am relying a lot on the commentary books. I'm going to the internet a lot and just spend a lot of screen time as I do it. So each day when I do my daily devotionals or my daily reading, I'm always going to other sources to just get some thoughts and commentary on the different passages. And I think going out like this into nature and just sitting where I've got no access to any of that really forced me to just focus in and just reflect on what I was reading and apply it to my life better. I'd love to hear about your process and what works for you, so share it in the comments sections down below, and I hope you've enjoyed this video and it's given you a little insight into how I've approached my Bible study a little bit differently recently. Thanks so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you here next time on Handwritten Faith.